Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Pada Padme Trayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. My respectful pranams to Swami Shashankanji Maharaj, Chairman of this session. My pranams to Swamijis and Matajis, and my namaskars to my fellow delegate brothers and sisters. I stand before you to present the synopsis of the English panel session that we had in the morning. The panel session in the morning was headed by Swami Atmaidanji Maharaj, who chaired the session, and we had 7 speakers in the morning session. Now, I will read out in brief the opinions expressed by the speakers. Now, to start with Tamil Nadu, we have Mr. Sri R. Bacha, from Villupuram, who has spoken on the importance of the programs for the youth in Parishad centers. He opines that youth is generally identified with energy, enterprise, optimism, and strength. Swamiji said that his faith is in the younger generation who are capable of doing wonders. If their energy is properly channelized, you can do miracles. The following programs for the youth are suggested to be taken up by the Parishad centers. Starting good education institutions wherein man-making, character building, and life-oriented education may be imparted. Channelizing youth power by taking up social service activities in and around the locality of the centers and also during the natural calamities, and to help those who do good and also who worship as per the Swamiji's ideology. Organizing study circles by gathering youth and children and making them read valuable literature of Holy Trio, and above all, the member Parishads too should also follow the examples of the Holy Trio and impart the values. Second, Professor R. Indira of Tanjavur, and the topic she has spoken is National Building through Renunciation and Service. Sri Ramakrishna Mission is not a mere religious organization, and it is an all-comprehensive organization for the betterment of humanity and is based on the twin ideals enunciated by Swamiji, renunciation and service. These are 2 streams of powerful energy. Renunciation does not mean merely running away from one's own duties and difficulties. It is giving up the unripe ego and gradual unfolding of the ripe ego, as said by Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Holy Mother, life is an ideal example through renunciation. The great idea behind the Swamiji's philosophy of service is, by serving man, you are worshipping the Lord. Service is done with a spirit of love coupled with humility. Swamiji tells us that the dedicated service to the living God in the man is the goal of life. For selfless workers, the entire world becomes a place of worship. Now, the speakers of Kerala, Sri S. Narendra Prasad, the topic is reaching out schools and colleges effectively. Our experience in Kerala, making new patterns. They have personally went to colleges and these are their own experience. The 150th Jayanti celebrations of Swamiji was a great opportunity for taking the message of Sri Ramakrishna and Swamiji to the student community of Kerala. For many of the students for whom Swamiji was a mere Hindu sannyasi, started showing much interest in studying Swamiji's life and message. The one-day camp conducted in villages was very effective. The idea of integrated personality development explained in the light of Swamiji's life and message was so appealing to the students and teaching community that in many of the colleges they wanted the resources persons to repeat the classes. The students were overjoyed with the short films of Swamiji's. The study circles started in the tribal areas and the colonies of scheduled castes proved very effective in taking up the service activities. Now coming to the speakers from Orissa by Professor UN Das. The topic is Swami Vivekananda, Legacy to Indian Youth. Legacy of Swami Vivekananda is duly probated by the youth of India after his Mahasamadhi. This probates and letters of administration becomes beacon light of hope and inspiration for millions of youth across the globe and continue to inspire millions of youth even after 112 years of Mahasamadhi. Swamiji says that of so much tapasya, austerity, he understood the highest truth is God is present in everything. There is no other God besides that. He who serves all being serves God indeed. In his legacy, he narrated 4 aphorisms, namely, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. To do this, either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy by anyone or more. So he says, you are a man like an infinite spring coiled in a small box, and that spring is trying to unfold itself, and all the social phenomena that we see are the result of this trying to be unfolding. The other speaker from Orissa is Sri Judhishthira Sahu. The topic is, for India's development, we must follow Swami Vivekananda. The development of India is the responsibility of every individual, for which one has to follow Swami Vivekananda. Because he is the greatest inspirer, pathfinder, who has found solution for all problems of our motherland. In the 19th century, India's glory seemed to be dim noticeably, and the national pulse appeared to be beat low. Under the unsympathetic alien rule, the land was being exploited on all sides. At such time, in the sky of India rose Swami Vivekananda, just like a Messiah, by whom India got back her lost glory and freedom. Though Swamiji was impressed by efficiency of Western people, he felt that India ought to learn science from the West, and the West to learn spirituality from India. In fact, he felt the development of India lies in combining idealism with practical efficiency. After independence, it has been found that due to lack of good governance and improper utilization of natural resources, India has only a little growth. It was Swamiji's hope that India would show how spirituality and science could be combined to promote material prosperity and moral excellence. The purpose of life is to be rich both materially and spiritually. Mere affluence is not enough. Man has to develop himself from animal to God. This is the secret of development of India. The Indian should develop in self-knowledge, self-confidence, strong personality and character, spirituality. So in that their motherland will lead mankind of the globe. The other speaker is Sri Swami Viveka Chaitanyandaji from Karnataka, Tolali village. The topic is common problems of private centers and their solutions. The problems of private centers can be broadly classified as follows. Problems within the center, among the inmates, and from the staff. Problems with public, problems from the government, problems from other organizations. Problems within the centers arise in one's relations with juniors, equals, and sometimes with seniors. Clash of ego and jealousy are the main reasons for these problems. Liberty coupled with energy is the antidote to jealousy. Empowering others is the secret of successful management. Problems from public is they are skeptical about the social and religious centers and they are commonly encountered, which can be counteracted by maintaining our own balance and at the same time trying to do good to them. The problems from the government can to some extent be avoided by correct documentation of the activities of the center, financial matters, maintenance of accounts, legal transparency, and etc. Problems from other organizations can be solved to a major extent by maintaining good relations and proper communication with other organizations. Self-mastery and self-discipline are the foundations of good relationship with others. The last speaker is Sri V. Veerabhadra Rao from Andhra Pradesh. And the topic is attracting and channelizing youth power at private centers. India is the richest country as far as youth power is concerned. However, the same power may become a threat to country if it is not guided properly. Swamiji again and again said that this faith in the younger generation, out of which will come his own people who will work like lions. For channelizing the power at private centers, the following methods are suggested. Starting Vivekananda study circles, programs containing academic, vocational and spiritual education. Service activities are the main attraction to youth. So, blood donation camps, Daridra Narayana Seva and Rogi Narayana Seva may be conducted. Short films may be screened for the children and Vivekananda Sena may be organized. These are the 7 lectures we had in the morning. Now, I pay my respectful pranam. I thank all the speakers, and I thank the Bhava Prachar Parishad for giving me this opportunity. I thank Swami Shivamanji for organizing such a great event. I thank all for listening to me patiently. With humble pranams, I bow down to the holy trio. Jai Sri Ramakrishna.